When you think of cowboys, Alberta may not be first on your list of destinations, but it's not just the landscapes that will be familiar from films such as Brokeback Mountain or Clint Eastwood's classic western Unforgiven. Its history is also steeped in stirrups and saddles, so where better to come to get a true taste of cowboy life? Now, if you want to capture the cowboy style, then you need to come here to the Alberta Boot Company in Calgary, where I'm joined by Tim Goen. Now, Tim, when I think of cowboys, really, I think about the Wild West of America, but there's a big tradition up here, isn't there?
A huge tradition in Western Canada. This is cowboy country. You're in the middle of it here in Calgary. The West was settled in this area back in the 1880s. Lots of cattle. There's still lots of cattle around, and we're very into the cowboy spirit here.
You don't just sell boots here, do you? I understand you make them here too?
We make them right here in this building.
Great, can you show me how?
Let's head in the back now.
Okay.
Certainly a trip to Canada and a trip to Calgary is a fun trip, and this is the center of cowboy country in Canada. I don't think anything expresses that Western feeling more than a pair of Western boots. This is kangaroo hide, so this would be taken out of the wild in Australia, but this is actually tanned in Italy. So in Australia, Italy, we bought it from a broker in El Paso, Texas, and now it's here. This is another type of leather, and this is a thicker leather, and this actually goes into the RCMP boots. We make all the boots for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
You have a flow of Mounties coming through the store to get fitted.
Well, fortunately,
I'm gonna have to hang around.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we got some various skins here. This is an American alligator. These are farm raised in Louisiana. We're only allowed to harvest farm raised ones, and that's what we make our boots out of. We also have, this is a stingray. So that's a fish.
Gosh, I never ever knew you could get a sort of leather from a fish before. This is quite beautiful.
Yeah, we also make boots out of shark skin and other fish type
Is it as durable as a leather?
Very much so. This is almost bulletproof, and it's interesting when you watch this being sewn, the needle will be bouncing all over the place because the needle cannot penetrate these bumps.
This is looking slightly more boot-like, so you obviously have patterns that you work to.
Right.
Create.
This was cut in the cutting room using a cutting die, and now we put it on a pallet, and as you can see, it's getting the fancy stitching applied.
Ah,
and that's slick, and there it's done. And once it's done, you just take it out of the pallet, and now this is going to carry on in the process and get added to the rest of the boot. So here you go, Gemma. This is almost a finished boot. As you can see, we've got the heel on, we got the sole on, and now it heads into the finishing department where we're going to paint it up, get the soles all painted, get the heels painted, clean it up a little bit, and get it ready for our customers. This is a pair of lizard boots with kangaroo tops. This is a pair of alligator boots.
These are for a genuine cowboy.
Yeah, this guy has his own ranch, and that's his brand, Lazy S Bar. So he wanted his brand inlaid in the shaft. There's his initials.
When you say his brand, would he put that on his cattle?
Yeah, if you were to head out there and said, let's have a look at your cattle, you would see this on the butt end of all his cattle. That's how they identify them. We do a lot of boots for particular movies. Kevin Costner wore them in Open Range. Robert Duvall was in that as well, wearing the same boot. We've made boots for Brad Pitt and Tom Selleck and Sam Elliott. And well, I think we better get you out of those running shoes and countrify you.
Countrify me. Yeehaw, I'm ready to go. Okay.
All right, Gemma, it's time.
Yay! I feel like Cinderella. Oh, they're original Dunlops.
I don't care. You're going to get original Albertas.
They're cool.
Isn't that a pretty little boot?
I like that.
Try that on. If we do our job correctly, you're going to find that you've got a pair of boots that are extremely comfortable, so you want to wear them a lot, and they look good. Certainly for line dancing and whatnot, you want to look the part, and boots are good to dance in, obviously, but they're also good to just go walking down the street just for everyday wear.
They're
We've
really
got
comfy.
a perfect fit.
Go for a little walk?
Why don't you go for a little walk?
They feel good.
Looking good. Dunlops or Albertas? I'm thinking Albertas.
I think I agree. Tim, thank you very much indeed. Right, well, now that I feel like a proper cowgirl, I think it's time to go and wrangle a proper cowboy.